C1music.fm. Let's talk about it. It is your host for the evening, Aaron Robinson and Jennifer Evans. What's going on, Jen?
Hello, hello, hello.
Your boy is back for an episode for the ages. We got breaking up the family. You know what I mean? We're going to be tackling this sensitive subject and something significant that plagues families today. In today's episode, we're going to explore the complexities of relationships and the impact of infidelity and the tough decisions individuals face when children are involved. We'll delve into the emotional turmoil, social expectations, and the internal struggle that comes with deciding whether to stay in a relationship for the sake of the kids or pursue a new path. So join us as we embark on this journey of introspection, empathy, and understanding, because when it comes to breaking up the family, there is no easy answer, but there's always room for honest conversation. This is Let's Talk About It. Like I said, we're about to dive in. I want to welcome my panelists for today. What's going on, everybody?
Good.
What's
How's
up?
everyone?
Doing good.
All right. I want to start off by saying this here. Women always say that they would do anything for the family, yet if their husbands cheat on them, they are not willing to stay and fix the relationship for the sake of the kids. I want to ask, Eddie, I'm coming with you first. Why is this the case?
Why is what exactly the case?
Well, women say that they would do anything for the kids. They will die for the kids. They put their kids first, right? But if their significant other, husband, boyfriend, whatever it is, cheats on them, right? And they're willing to kick the father to the curb, but not really understanding how it affects the family. So they'll be willing to break up the family for personal reasons rather than trying to fix it or make it happen for the family, for the kids. If not anything else, for the kids. For the kids. Why is that the case? I'm asking.
I guess a short answer to that is because maybe they're selfish.
Ooh,
uh,
selfish.
yeah, we are all
Okay.
selfish. I mean, we are all selfish in a way, but yeah, just because you asked me about the ladies specifically, that is why I say they are selfish. Yeah.
Gotcha. What about you, Jenny? Jenny. Why is that the case? Women say, yo, I'm willing to do anything for my kids, but when it comes to the father of the kids, they are willing to break up their family for her. Why is that the case? Jenny. Jenny from the Philippines. Talk to me, Jenny. Is she still with us or not?
Um, yeah, I got. I am.
Your internet is
There may
very
have been a
fuzzy.
time like when women were expected to
Go ahead, Jen.
prioritize and autonomy within relationships, but due to the women today are more likely to prioritize their own happiness, I guess, and their emotional fulfillment. And I think recognizing that staying in an unhealthy or an relationship may not be the best interest for so in the children in the long run would suffer seeing that their mother is miserable. So but still I think the decision to stay or leave is deeply influenced by their personal
Selfishness?
values, and it can be influenced by a lot of factors as
Okay,
not
so
really
so
selfishness, I
I'm gonna go.
think, but keep their
Sounds
sanity
selfish. That
intact.
sounds selfish to me. That sounds selfishness, man. If you're doing it for to keep your insanity in fact, that intact, that is still a personal selfish reason. Fritz, what do you think, Fritz?
Yeah, I would say selfish just could be a word that could be describe those women. We have this mantra in this generation that says protect your peace. Um, whenever you're in a situation and it's disturbing you, or like, giving you a toxic environment, or giving you um a stress or depression or whatever, they would say, I have to protect my peace. And what what they mean is cut off whatever is giving that environment or that kind of thinking. So yeah, I think that would be a selfish move to take.
Gotcha. All right, Cuzzo, talk to me.
So I feel like I definitely don't think it's selfish. Well, I'm going to say if
Ah,
it's selfish of the mother or the wife to leave the relationship because of the affair, it's only because she's actually um mimicking the selfishness of the husband and the father to jeopardize his family for, some
we
booty.
gonna we gonna get into that. We want to know because I want to know on both sides if him jeopardizing y'all relationship is the same as him jeopardizing the family. Because even though he cheated
Mhm.
on you, right? Even though he or she, let's go with both. I don't want to make it just on men. Even
Okay.
though he or she cheated on you, he or she cheated on you affects your relationship. That the question is, can
Oh,
you put all of that aside for the sake of your kids?
it could actually affect the children too. If they, let's say, I mean, because honestly, even when the the actual relationship, even if they stay together, their relationship is going to be, it's going to be stressful, and there's going to be some strife for a while. And if it ever comes out in any way, then that definitely would be very detrimental to the children. And whether or not this is a one time fling. Plus, to me, I feel like too, because biblically, I believe that you can, if there's abuse, or well, that's abuse too, or if a spouse steps out, then you have the right to divorce. But let me say, when it comes to affairs, there's so many different types of affairs. There's emotional. Wow, I should have read this. There's emotional. There's cyber. You can have a lot of different types of affairs. Now, if you talk about
Cuzzo,
getting to know
so
somebody
Cuzzo,
physically.
hold on, Cuzzo. I just what
Uh-huh.
I want to know. Just we gonna jump into this
Okay.
and get deep. What I
Okay.
want to know. So are you saying is it selfish? Yes or no?
No, I don't
No,
think
it's
it's
not
necessarily
selfish.
selfish.
All
I
right.
wouldn't call it selfish.
So Kathy, I want to give you one last. You the last person, Kathy, to talk to us on this. Is it selfish? Is it selfish?
No, it's not. No. You have to prioritize your own happiness first. It's not selfish.
That is selfish. If you prioritizing your own,
No, it's
why
not.
y'all coming in with all this noise, man? What's going on? It's funny how the guys are saying
It's
that it's
not
selfish and the women are saying that
selfish.
it's not selfish. Yeah. All right. Let's listen to this real quick.
I think they're the
I
one who
want
are
y'all to listen to
selfish.
this and tell me what y'all think. Cat, we're gonna
That one.
cat. The
You and
two
me back.
guys, the two guys, and I'm agreeing with the two guys are saying that it's selfish. So let's check it out and see. Check this out.
Cause I mean, if your first baby daddy didn't want you, then why should I? I mean, I hate to hear women, how about I die for my baby. How I jump in front of a bullet for my baby, but you won't stay with the dad for the baby. You know the statistics of a child growing up in a single household. So, but what you do? You break up with the daddy for cheating because he hurt your feelings? He ain't not love you. He just went and got something to go. And you break up with him and you destroy your child life because of your ego. Stop being selfish, women. Okay. If a child is in place, she get cheated on and leave, yes, she is being selfish.
And you agree with someone that says destroy, destroy.
Listen, if you leave your baby daddy or your husband because he cheated, is it safe to say again that you're selfish?
It is unsafe.
All right, so now you can break that down, Jen. You was going into the whole.
Yeah, I think that this man who, if he feels that strongly towards, and he's actually with him, he's talking about um like not even a committed relationship. He's talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, or baby's mamas, baby's daddies. So that's not even a marriage. But let's take it all the way to marriage because that's what we're gonna do within the confines of marriage. If it was selfish, if it's selfish for a woman, the wife and the mother of this husband and father's children, the mother of this husband's children, to leave because he cheated on her, is it not more, or yeah, yeah, more selfish of him to decide that he would risk it all for some, like he said, for some whatever he said,
But that,
he would
but does that
destroy
does that
his
mean
whole
that
family.
if he cheated, does that mean he don't love you or his family?
What's love got to do with it? Says Tina Turner. Okay, ain't love. This is not. This has nothing to do with love. It's actually about commitment and respect of the
And
marriage.
so listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. If a man cheated, right? Do I think it's grounds for a divorce biblically and all that other good stuff? Absolutely, I agree with you all 100%. But I'm gonna ask you: would you do anything for your kids?
Would I do anything for my children? Okay, so this is funny because I left a marriage because of my children. So yes, I would do anything for my children. Sure
Okay,
did. I would have stayed in that marriage if it weren't for my children. But it was a
uh,
different circumstance, but still.
got you. But you would do anything for your kids.
Yeah, I would do anything that would help them.
You would do anything that would help them.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know your situation. I don't want to point you out on this. So,
Yeah.
Eddie,
Yeah.
are you changing your thing? Is it still? Do you feel like the? Do you feel like the? Well, let's before I give anybody anything. Let me ask this. I want to go across the platform right now, and ask. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with the holiest of holies on here right now. Fritz, talk to me. Fritz, have you ever cheated? Have you ever cheated or ever thought about cheating?
Yeah, I said this on the other podcast that yeah, I did. I already cheated in many ways, I would say,
You
because
ain't got to go too deep, man. Just have you? Is it
yes, yes.
every? All right, Jenny, have you ever cheated before? Or thought about cheating?
Mm, the thought of it, yes, but never to really,
Act on it.
put action to it.
All right, so you never cheated at all ever in your life
No,
in a relationship. All right, Kathy, have you ever cheated in a relationship?
in a relationship, no.
No,
Kathy, have you?
but I have had a thought of it.
You have thought
No,
of it, but you never cheated before. All right, Eddie, what about you? Have you ever cheated in a relationship or thought about cheating?
Yes, I have both. Yeah.
Okay. Jen Nefer, Cuzzo, have you cheated or thought about cheating?
God bless me. I surely have.
Okay. So it is in and whether it's a small cheat or big cheat or whatever, however you want to call it, a cheat, a cheat. Yo, who is this?
Cats on a hot tin roof.
Yeah. So, please mute your mics if you're not talking. All right. So if you know that it's everybody's nature to, it's people's nature to cheat. It's man's nature to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Where we ask, it says here like, is it our human nature to cheat? And should cheating be forgiven if you have kids with a person you cheated on? That's the question I want to ask, Kathy. If someone cheated on you, should they be forgiven for it? If especially if you have kids?
no. Why should I give you? A cheater is always a cheater. She again, no forgiveness. I'm
Okay, so
sorry.
well, so if that's the case, right? If that's the case,
Mhm.
right? And you saying that you've also thought about cheating on yourself. right? If you had kids, would you do anything for your kids?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
I
saying
would
yes, you
do
would do anything for your
anything
kids.
but
So
not forgive
you
cheating. Mm.
not for so that's not you wouldn't do anything for your kids then.
I'm not saying we can co-parent.
All right, so because here's the question. I guess the question is this, Kat. If if y'all break up, do y'all does that mean that y'all still can't live in the same house and be a family, even though y'all relationship is messed up?
It's gonna be tricky staying in the same house, but if the kids are there, we can.
I got you. But but if he was willing to do that for the kids, would you be willing to do it?
To your point, but I'm forgiving cheating. Cheaters, cheaters, I'm not forgiving them.
You're not. So you wouldn't do anything for your kids
I will do
for the
anything
sake of the
except
kids. You
that.
wouldn't do it. That sounds selfishness. Hold on, cuzzo. Hold on. Fritz, talk to me, Fritz. Would you forgive your girlfriend for the sake of the kids if you had kids with her? You was in a relationship, married, whatever the case may be. Would you
Yeah,
forgive for the kids? For the kids' sake, would you try to at least attempt to work it out for the kids?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm always called to forgive if ever that, whatever, regardless if it's cheating or whatever, infidelity and all that. I think that the first call would be resolving it and having reconciliation. Not even the restoring whatever was there before the cheating, but having the relationship sorted out first.
All right, cuzzo, talk to me, cuzzo. What you want to say?
I was going to say, even though I don't think that I think it's that individual's choice. And if it's whoever got cheated on, it's their choice whether or not what they plan to do, what they choose to do. And I don't think that would make them selfish if they chose to leave. However, I think that
I
it's,
disagree.
I think that it's unwise. Um, I think, like I'm going to say yeah, I think that it's unwise for a person to say, or you can't always say definitively what you're going to do in a situation until you're in that situation. You can maybe have an idea of what you think you may do, but oftentimes, because I'm going to say that when I left my husband, I'm telling you that it was hard because I still loved him. It was an abusive relationship, and I still actually I cried, and I told my friends that, like, they were asking, "What are you crying for? Does he?" And I was like, "I love
Abuse.
him."
So hold on, cuz
Hmm.
I don't consider it was the same thing.
Oh, I
Cheating
do.
and abuse.
I do. It
Abuse,
hurts. I'm telling you,
nah.
it can hurt the
Hold
same.
on. Abuse is abuse. I I don't think that you should stay in a relationship for abuse.
Well, I'm not saying
So
stay.
I'm saying, but I wouldn't do it for the kids for abuse. That's not something I would do for the kids. But I think, and I think I'm safe to say every one of the guys on here, if if they, and this is just me. It depend now to me. It depends on the disrespect of the cheating, but I
Hmm.
think that for most of the guys on here, for the sake of the kids, would try to work something out amicably with their wife or girlfriend, whatever it was in the situation. I think that they would be willing to at least try to work something out for the sake of the kids.
You mean
But
stay in the marriage or stay with
yes,
the girlfriend?
stay with the situation
Mm.
for the sake of the kids. Now, I'm also going to tell you the reason why I feel that way. It's for a couple reasons.
Hmm.
Also, in nowadays, it's cheaper to keep her. So that's something that you also got to consider too. Am I lying, Eddie?
No, you're not.
Eddie, come on, Eddie.
It's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. So that would be your before you go renegading. You know what I mean? Your first solution would be because for a man here in the U.S., for a man, if you get a divorce, you got to be put on child support. Like you, 9 times out of 10, the woman who cheated probably would still be the one end up getting kids or whatever the case may be. Like the system ain't set up for men to win. Is it like that in Kenya? Is it like that in the Philippines?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same in Kenya. Yeah.
What about the Philippines, Fritz?
Yeah, sound a bit the same.
Yeah. So to me, it's your first thought process would be, all right, before I get raped in this situation, let me try to at least figure out how I'm gonna do something for the kids, like stay in it for the kids before I go renegade and keep it moving. Now, 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 Jen and the fur Cuzzo, you got a weird look on you. Kathy looks lost, and I
Yeah,
can't even see what Jenny. Why y'all looking like this? Why y'all look confused?
I mean, I get what you're saying. I can speak to, yeah, in America, yeah, you're right. The system is yeah. I mean, the man, I don't know about cheaper to keeper, but I guess so. But if that's the reason, if that's your reasoning why, then it's not even because of the kids. It's because
No, I'm not
of your
saying.
pockets.
I'm no. I'm saying that the first thing you would want to do, though, for the kids. I think most men and women analyze things differently. Women do things off of their feelings. Men are more analytical and logical, so they do things. To me, women cheat for emotional cheats. Men, like to me, if a man cheats on you, either he was going to cheat from the very beginning, or something was happening that drew him to cheat. And to me, if y'all going to fix your relationship, y'all need to address what that issue is. And to me, it can go both ways. For a woman, maybe you're not giving her the attention that she wants. To me, but for me, it's more of an emotional thing for women. So, to me, if a woman cheats on you, then it's pretty much over because she emotionally disconnected from you, and it's a done. It's done. For a man, I think he can look at a chick and be like, "Yo, like, I was just chilling right now, man. This wasn't that serious," and he's not really emotionally connected to a situation. It doesn't make it right. I'm not saying by all means it makes it right, but I do think that is the situation. But let me ask this: Cuzzo, I'm coming to you. Do you think the person who cheated broke up the family, or is it the person willing to leave the relationship responsible for breaking up the family?
Oh, I would say it was the person who cheated.
Okay, why?
Uh, because that was the first domino for the domino effect. It would have never came to that if they wouldn't have cheated.
So let me ask this question, and then I'm gonna go on to the next person. If obviously me and you are cousins, but if I was your husband and I cheated on you, why would the kids need to know what's going on between you and me? Why would it be their business?
Well, actually, I mean, you've
I'm just
actually
I'm just
made it.
asking the question.
You've actually made it. There's no. You've taken something. You've given someone else this part of you. That person, you don't know who that person has told. The person that you slept with has told who they might go to school with my kid and then find out,
I
hey, I
understand
seen
all
your
that.
daddy and my. So to
I
me,
understand that. I understand that, right? I
mhm,
understand everything that you're saying, but that
okay.
doesn't necessarily mean that because somebody else family knows this, that, and the third that I did what I did, that I'm not gonna be in my family and rock with my family and hold my family down.
Well, I
And
think
and I'm not saying that I disagree or agree with you. I'm just posing the question in the form that it should be.
I think
So
that
so
I would
so
want
you
my
saying
kids
that
to know. I would say
you want your
that
kids to
I would
know, and
say not.
you would blame your dad for because it's not the dad choice to lead a family. If he cheated on you, that doesn't mean that he wants to leave his family. Like I said, there's multiple different reasons why he
Well,
probably
I'm
even
going to
cheated.
say just because a thief steals, you could say I stole it because I needed this, but you're still a thief, regardless
I
of what the
agree,
reason was.
but being a
It is what
cheater
it is.
doesn't mean that are a bad father. Or being a cheater could mean that you're a bad husband, but it doesn't mean that you're a bad father. Being a husband and being a father is two different roles.
I would say being a father and that is part of cheating. I think that yeah, I think that goes into it too. But I'm going to say that when I sat down with our kids and say, "Hey, depending on their age and all that stuff, I mean that would dictate how it goes. I ain't got to say, "Hey, daddy slept with Edna" or whatever. They was down at the Sugar Shack or whatever. I don't have to say all that, but I would say that hey.
I would say it
Just,
probably would best for you not to say anything. Let the if the it will be on the dad. If he messed up, he'll be the one that is going to talk to the kids. He'll
oh,
be the
we're
one
gonna
that
talk
makes
to him
shit.
together. No, I'd still say I would still say that yes, I would say it would be for the father to dictate how or yeah, how the conversation goes or lead how the conversation goes. But I think that the mom and dad, as a family, we would all be there together to have that discussion with the
But if
children
you're doing it as a family, then why can't the family stay together?
because daddy done stepped out.
All right, I don't know. Eddie, talk to me. You agree with her? You agree with her, or you look at this differently? Is there such thing as being different, like a father and a husband? Those two roles are different. Do you think so? How do you analyze this? If the person who's the person that's breaking up the family, the person that cheated, or the person that's choosing to leave the situation?
I think again, I think it's the person choosing to leave, because just because the guy cheated, the only mistake he did is maybe he got caught again. If he hadn't been caught, probably his partner wouldn't have known. Yeah. Now, if the partner wouldn't have known, then she would have walked away. So now, I of course, ladies are gonna say it is definitely okay to walk away, and I understand that. But as a man, I think I will try and talk it out. Humans are innately greedy and lustful. So I mean, just understand and move on for the sake of the kids again. Yeah.
So you saying that women are greedy?
Not women only. Human beings, we are
Human beings are
innately,
greedy.
yeah, greedy and lustful. Yeah.
Okay.
So with
So
that understanding, we should forgive cheating.
I just want to make sure I'm on the same side with you, Eddie, or I'm on the same page with you at least. So the person that's who's the person responsible for breaking up the family? The person that cheated or the person willing to break up? I want to make
The
sure I
one that,
got clear on that.
not the person that cheated. The person that cheated only initiated. You know, and then the person that walks away is the one that is breaking the family. You can still stay and try and sort things
Try to
out. You don't
sort
have
things
to
out.
walk away.
I
Yeah.
got okay. Okay, Cat, talk to me, Cat. You making a face. The person that cheated break up the family or the person that is walking away breaking up the family?
Why are all of you justifying cheating? I saw Eddie doing that.
We're not
Like,
justifying cheating. We're
no,
asking a
you're doing
question.
it. You're doing it.
How are we cheat? How are we representing cheating? We're representing staying with the family. And this doesn't
No,
have to
why?
go. This could go men or women. Women can cheat too. Women cheat. Women probably cheat more than men.
Yeah, I think so. So, all of you are saying
So
like
you
the
agree with that?
person
Women
who
cheat more than
cheated.
men. Hold on. I just want.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make sure you're agreeing that women cheat more than men.
yeah, I agree with that.
All right. So let me ask you this question. And also, are you saying that men will be more forgiving and trying to work it out than women? Would they do it for the
Actually, they
kids?
don't. They are not.
So you saying a man wouldn't be willing to work it out for the kids before a
I've
woman
never
would?
heard of such thing of a man. His wife cheated and they started working things out. I've never heard of that.
For the kids. Did they have kids?
No, I've never heard of that.
Because you never heard of it. You hold on. You because you never heard of it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Because I don't want to pick on you neither. So go ahead. So who's breaking up the family? The person that cheated or the person that is walking away?
Both, they are breaking up the
Both.
family. Yeah.
Both are. So at least you changed your answer because first you said it was just. You said first it was just the man that cheated.
Hmm.
Now you're saying both of you are. So you are taking responsible for your own actions.
Yeah, like what happened in between for that man to cheat or that for that wife to cheat. So maybe they
But
have
we're
some
talking about
issues.
the person who was responsible for walking away, because that's part of the problem. The problem is everybody has to take responsible for their own actions. You have a
Hmm.
choice to choose to leave and choose to work it out, even though the person is wrong for cheating. I agree with you on that. Whoever cheated is wrong for cheating, but you have a choice, and if you're not going to do it for you, you can at least do it for your kids. Child, at least
And
at
that's
least one time. One time.
and that's why we have co-parenting. Mm-hmm.
So are you agreeing with
Me
me then?
saying
Are you agreeing with me? You can work it out for the kids at least once. Try at least once.
we can work it out, but we're not staying in the same house.
So you going? So you get you moving out?
Yeah, I'm carrying my things.
So you gonna move out and leave the kids with the dad?
So are we gonna decide who's going to stay with the kid? But
Well,
we
you the
have to
one that's
talk.
deciding to leave. So I wouldn't like if I was in a situation and you leaving. I'm not letting my kids go with you. You the one leaving.
They are coming with me. We're gonna
Ed,
put a fight.
Eddie, you wanted to interject. What you wanted to say, Eddie? You on mute, bro. I can't hear you.
Sorry. Again, I just wanted to say something about what Kathy said, that she's never heard about, I think say men forgiving or something.
Yeah,
We will
something.
always forgive, with kids or without kids. We will always forgive, but especially with kids, yes, we will forgive. Mostly, yeah.
Is that how it is in Kenya? Represent for the Kenyan men.
With For the kids, yes. Most men would. For the kids, yes. But
Gotcha,
without kids, probably no. Yeah.
gotcha,
I would
gotcha.
disagree with you on that.
Why? Why do you disagree?
We're in the same country. I see things happening.
All right, so I'm gonna ask Fritz this question. Fritz, if a man cheats on a woman, right? Does that mean that the family should be broken up over it? Can the man still be a father to his child in a family environment, even though you two have ended the relationship? Is that do you think that's true?
Yeah. This is a very difficult question or situation, but yeah, I would say yes. A man should still have the right to be a father to his children. Even the woman should still have the right to be the mother to her child. It's a right or responsible that should not be, at least at best, not restrict from the person. Of course, as a husband and wife, that's a different situation. I think it's their decision if they want to be a husband or a wife to their partner despite the cheating. But as far as the children are concerned, I think um, their lives are at stake more than the husband or the wives. So to a greater consideration, I think at least a chance would not be uh, too difficult to give for a husband or a wife to be or to a mother or a father to be like that to their children, I'd
Preach,
say.
Fritz. Preach, my man. Preach, preach. I concur. But let me ask, Cuzzo, if a woman cheats on a man, does that mean that the family should be broken up over it? Can the woman still be a mother to her child in a family environment, even though you two have ended your relationship?
I mean, I feel like a mother is a mother regardless of the environment, and a father is a father regardless of the environment. Um,
Here's the but.
but yeah, pero if they cheat, then they have all this. When you think about stuff, I mean, when my husband makes a decision, he considers everything. He considers me, he considers our children, he considers, our finances with every decision. And I would say that, I mean, even though every we're human and we all make unwise decisions and impulsive mistakes, but you still have to consider that with that there's repercussions, rippling effect. The love is blind thing that we were saying, that we were talking about before. One of the people that didn't make it to the altar, that's what he was saying. His father was a cheater. His father would take him along because he was a good father. So he would spend time with his son, but he'd take his son over to the chick on the side's house along with him. complexities
Listen,
of the females he would
I
cheat
don't disagree
on
that
his
that's
mother.
wrong. I don't disagree that that's wrong. And I think that on his part that's being a bad father. But I can separate if we look up the words being a father and being a husband, they are two different roles,
But I'm saying,
two
in
different
being a
definitions.
father, the things you do with being a father, you and being a mother, you consider, like, let me say this. I told my friend, and that, okay, when you're single, so Kathy's single, right? And she doesn't have any children. More importantly, she doesn't have any children. I have children. Me and Kathy can go to work. Kathy feels sick. She can be like, you know what? I'm taking PTO. I'm out. Me as a mother, I may be sick as a dog, but I have to consider, guess what? My children may need that PTO. I may need to use that PTO for when my children are sick because I can troop. I can go ahead and sacrifice my wants, my desires, my
Jenny,
desire to say, you know, I don't feel good. I just want
Cuzzo,
to go home.
Cuzzo,
I'm just saying
hold on, hold
that
on, hold on, Cuzzo,
they, if a mother, as a mother and a father, if they can't sacrifice, I'm not saying
Cuzzo,
they're not human, but
Cuzzo,
they can do that in order to preserve their family and protect their
Cuzzo,
children.
Cuzzo.
I'm just saying.
No, nobody on here is disagreeing with the statement that you made.
But you are when you
No,
say that
Cuzzo,
they're
let me
not
finish,
connected.
Cuzzo, Cuzzo. Nobody on here is disagreeing with what you're saying, except the fact that, accept the fact that, just listen to what I'm about to say, accept the fact that what you are saying, right, is a true statement in its own right. It's a true statement. But what you, Jenny, and Kathy are trying to do is not take any responsibility for your own decision in the situation, right? You're blaming all the decision making on the man. If the man cheated, then he broke up the family. So that's for you to walk away. Now, you choosing to walk away is your choice. That's that. So if you choose, if you're gonna say here, I'm willing to do anything, like everything that you saying, like if I cheated, I'll put my family at risk, and nobody on this call, well, no guy on this call would deny that. But that doesn't still take away the right, the choice that you have, whether it being selfish or not selfish, to walk away from the situation. That's why Kathy changed her mind in the conversation. You do realize that your ally here, Kathy, did realize that even though the man cheated, I still have a choice to work it out for my kids or to walk away. So we're not disagreeing with you, Jenny,
Yeah, I
Jennifer.
think you are.
No, we're not. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
I think you
I
guys
just think
are.
that you're not taking the responsibility of your own actions in the
I
situation.
am. I'm being responsible. I'm actually being responsible and saying, just like I wouldn't want to be around someone who smokes for me or my kids because I think it's detrimental. It would be a hazard to my kids. I wouldn't want to be around. Um, I wouldn't want my children to be around this relationship. Um,
It's your kid's father, though. That's a different scenario. It's your kid's father. You got the choice to stay in it with your kid's father or walk away. And if you can't do it for your own, this is the whole purpose of the conversation. If you can't do it
you
for your
guys,
own personal reasons, can you at least do it? At least give it a try for the sake of the kids.
no, no,
At
no.
least
Listen,
one
okay, hear
time.
me out. You guys hear me. You guys hear me out. What I'm saying is it's not black and white like that. It's every individual's choice because of the fact that that person who cheated, the cheater, put them in that situation. So whether they choose to, when I'm not saying that
All
they're
right,
selfish
hold
if they
on.
choose to walk away, and I'm
We
not saying that they're a
this is the
bad
reason.
parent
This is the
because they
reason why
choose
we're
to walk away.
disagreeing with you guys, and this is the reason why we're not walking on the same path. All right. The reason why, because if we flip this, and I'm gonna give Jenny a chance to join in this. If
Please
we
do.
flip this around and a woman cheated, right? Both of the guys on here, including myself, are saying that if the woman cheated, for the sake of the kids, we will be trying to work it out. At least attempt to work it out for the sake of the kids. You
Well, that's
ladies on
good
here so
because I
far.
know most men would say they're out. Most
Now,
men, I know my
most men, hold on. Most now it depends. I will say this. I will say this. It depends on the disrespect of the cheat. The disrespect, like you blatantly being disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? if you blatantly being disrespectful, like yo, I
You
come
done made me
home and
mute
you
my
got
camera.
I come home and you got another dude in my bed type. You know what I
Why?
mean?
It's the same thing.
That's disrespectful, man. You
But it's the
disrespect the
same
home.
disrespect, whether
Hold on,
it's across
Fritz. Is it
town,
Fritz?
it's the same
Fritz,
disrespect.
Fritz. Talk to me, Fritz. Is it the same disrespect or is it different? Does this? Well, let me ask this: does disrespect to you make a difference?
Um,
The disrespectful aspect
What
of
if
it,
it
or
was
you?
across town with your brother or with a stranger in your home? Isn't that the same? Isn't
Yo,
still cheating is cheating?
cheating is cheating, but for
yeah.
me, there's a level of disrespect that go along with it.
Cheating is cheating, and I agree that there could be different levels of it. For example, like um, you're denying that you're not you got over with your ex, and then only to find out that you're still communicating with him or with her, and then finally you got caught that you're still communicating with the person. So that I think would be a bigger disrespect to the one who's being cheated on, compared to someone know you someone who's out of the picture or completely stranger or something like that. So I think that would also be a huge factor on how someone would respond to a cheating situation.
Wait, let's clear this up. Let's just clear this up. Let's not talk about, let's take off the table. Let's talk about physically, sexually, you understand, biblically knowing someone.
Mm,
Okay? So let's just say what at what level, okay, what level, what's the minimal level, where's the level where it says, okay, now
Yo,
it's not even about the kids, now I'm leaving. So is
hold
it
on,
like if it's with your
hold
brother
on, Jen.
across town?
Why you keep throwing in the brother cross town like
Because
family
I'm
members?
saying
Hold
versus
on,
close, someone close to you. Go
hold
ahead.
on, hold on. So I think for men, again, I want to try to speak for most men, right? Um, and the two guys on the call can help me out if I'm saying it and they disagree. I'm gonna say this like this. Initially, most men would be mad and probably would need some time to chill for a hot second. But I think again, men don't just think we not emotional creatures. So, like for me, if I talk to you, you owe me you owe me a conversation. So depending on how that conversation go, will determine how the next moves are going to be made. Like if I'm talking to you and I'm trying to understand why would you, you know what I mean, why would you do this? And if I have a if we have an intelligent level conversation and I can come to an understanding of why this occurred, then I definitely would be more willing to work it out. But if your attitude is like, yo, you know what I mean, and you just not taking no responsibility for your actions and you just blatantly disrespectful about the whole situation, then for me, I'm cool with I'm just coming to the conclusion that I tried to make this work. This chick is just not, she's not, she's not the one. You know, you
So,
understand what I'm saying?
so you're telling me that if I come to you as humbly on bended knee, crawling to you, crying, begging, saying, "Forgive me, I slept with your best friend, and I know I was wrong. I'm so sorry. You know, I just want us to be together. And yeah, we've been doing it for like 3 years, but I love you. I know I'm wrong, and I want us back again. Bobby
Okay,
may not be yours, Bobby Jr. We got to get a blood test, but still,
hold on,
I
because
love
this happens to men all the time. But just not people I know, but these stories do occur. The thing about it is, for a man, I think like again, once you get past your initial anger, you gotta now think about how you're gonna play this out. You know what I mean? Like how like you said, men has the responsibility of saying how what they do is going to affect their kids and everything else. So I got to look at. I think men will approach it from a logical perspective, and you know what I'm saying, and see what their next moves is and what's the best move for not only for that person but also considering what their kids are. If you look at to me, if you look at especially here in America, if you look at these type of situations, right, and everything. I would say this: most of the time, especially here in America, most men want to do for their kids. They don't want to take care of the baby mother, but they definitely want to be there for their kids and do things for the kids. You hear a lot of times the women are the one that, because of their own issues or because they trying to come up off the men, you know what I mean? That they're the ones with the attitudes and things of that nature. So the friction ends up happening between the two because the men is trying to, they don't want to take care of you, but they willing to take care of the kids. But the woman is taking the money from the men and using it for their own personal stuff instead of taking care of the kids. And they do that in child support here too. You know what I mean? Dude, men, am I? Talk to me, man. Is that? Do y'all agree? Disagree? What? What's up? Eddie, talk to me. Eddie, what's up?
First of all, I want to agree with you on level of respect,
Okay.
disrespect rather. You know, it's not the same as coming in and finding your lady in your bed with another man. It's not the same as at least she tried and tried to hide away from me. Then I found her by mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But so if she keeps bringing a man to my house, then that is a bit hard to forgive. But if at least she put some effort to hide her escapades, then maybe yeah you can forgive. Personally, I would forgive. Yeah, for the kids again. Yeah.
For the kids.
So you rather her spend your bill money on a Hotel 6, Motel 8, than bring
That
than
shows
get the
some
respect.
respect.
But let
Cheating
me
with
ask you this
respect.
question. Let me ask you this question, Jen. If a woman got caught cheating, who in the two out of the two will be more willing to work at making sure that the person is forgiving them? Is it the woman who will go out their way to make sure that the father is doing what they can to forgive the woman, or is it the man who will go out their way to do what they have to do to get the woman to forgive the man? Who you think will fight more for the kids in that regards?
I'm so you're saying if the woman cheated,
Yes,
would she be willing to
willing
fight?
to go fight for her kid, like fight for the relationship for the sake of her kids. Who will be more willing to do that, the man or the woman? And let's keep in mind that Kathy agreed. Your co-partner here, Kathy agreed that women cheat more than men.
Oh, that's not so. She just happens to be wrong. I mean, everybody, that ain't got nothing to do. I still love you, Kathy, but anyway,
I
so
don't
I
know if I
think
disagree with her, but go ahead.
it is,
That's the topic for another day. Go ahead.
yeah, and then yeah, it's multi-layered. Okay, so I feel like if the woman got cheated on, if the woman got cheated on, I think that or if she was doing the cheating, I think a woman who was doing the cheating, usually if a woman's fed up and she's done, she's done. So she wouldn't try to get back in the relationship, I don't think. And I don't think the man would want her to. I don't think the man would be on but if the man cheated, the woman would actually put forth, she would forgive. I think women forgive in cheating when they're cheated on more so than men. Definitely. Now
I,
they may
I
hold more of a
disagree
grudge,
with you.
but
I disagree
yeah,
with
well,
you. I think
statistics don't.
listen, statistic. Well, we can argue that. That's a layered conversation. I think women in the past, were willing to fight. Women of today, I think women of today cheat more than the men. I think women in the past, though, women in the past, the grandmas who had to hold it down, and
Eddie.
the grandmas and the grandmas and the great grandmas who was the anchor of the family. You know what I'm saying? And you go to Nana house or whatever the case may be. Though, if something was happening, they was the rock of the family. They would do whatever they can to fight for their man, to fix the situation, help fix the situation. Do y'all agree? Is everybody agreeing?
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
Woman of the day is not doing it. That's why y'all
Yes.
sitting here saying, "Oh, I got a choice. My choice is to leave."
Historically, there's been a stereotype that women are more likely to prioritize staying in the relationship, but because of the, the gender roles have evolved, and because of the women empowerment motto that we have right now, I think many women would choose to leave instead of fixing the relationship.
Yeah. So you know, now, Kathy, do you agree with that statement? Nana, great great grandma used to hold it down for the family.
They were the men couldn't cheat. They were allowed to marry like five wives. So
Oh, you talking about a whole different
no choice.
situation back then for you. So, Fritz, is it true statement, Fritz?
It is. Unfortunately, I was from a that kind of family that the granny is holding everything down. He stood she stood ground for our family, knowing that my grandfather has another family. He was not only cheating, but he was able to hide his second family all throughout you know the kids and the grandkids. So it's a difficult situation, but looking at it while we're talking about it, yes, I would say the my granny who's who's now with the Lord is a very strong woman. He kept the family together.
She kept the family together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So she chose to stay. She chose not to be selfish.
Not only he that she
She,
chose to
she, she,
stay.
she.
Yeah, not only that she chose to stay, but she stick with it. It's like, you know, my grandfather was in and out, but she I don't know if she didn't mind, but she was able to impress to us that she didn't mind all throughout that situation. When we found out, no, we thought that, oh, really, that's the case, but it doesn't seem the case when we didn't know. So
So let me ask this question for you, man. That you shared that personal moment with us. I thank you for sharing. Your so how did you look at your grandfather differently because of it?
yes, I did look at my grandfather differently, but
But did
I
you?
was able.
Good. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Go ahead. Go
go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but do you respect your grandmother for not being selfish and staying in, keeping the family together? Do you have more
Absolutely,
respect?
absolutely. Like, if thinking about it now, when I'm telling this story, I indeed admire my grandmother and what she was able to withstand and hold. Although she did not tolerate what my grandfather did. Although my grandfather is generally a good man, he is there for us and for the original family, but he's also there for the second family. But generally, yeah, I look at my grandmother differently, looking at or knowing that kind of situation that she had to go through while my grandfather's doing those stuff. So
Gotcha. Thank you for sharing again, Jenny. Cuzzo,
I'm
you look
not saying
puzzled.
anything. I have, nope. Can't talk about the grandmama. Can't, God bless her. But
So
I'm going to say that a
go
lot of
ahead.
women back in the day were financially dependent, and it wasn't like they could just move out and be on their own. Just like Jenny said, now um, gender roles, like women have more financial freedom or access to earn more money and be able to live independently. And but I do agree on some aspects of what you guys are saying. Like I don't believe that if someone is, I believe that like child support, things that are in the court system or family courts, that I feel like despite all that stuff, despite um uh the husband or whatever spouse cheating, I feel like regardless, and if they separate, that stuff shouldn't really be handled in court. I still feel like they should be able to handle it. If the person who was cheated on decides to split, I don't feel like that they should go to a court system, because I just feel like the court does not care about the family at all. They don't know your children. They don't know the father, the mother, and they could care less. So I wouldn't want to take it to court.
Okay. And let me say this again, cuz I'm not saying that if you choose to leave that you're wrong for leaving. So we're not saying that. I don't think no man on here said, yo, you have a right to choose to leave. And if you choose to leave, then it's your right. The man cheated, especially if you're in a marriage, the man cheated, you have a biblical right to leave if that's what you want to go with. But we do want you to acknowledge the fact that if you choosing to leave, so we're not saying that you're wrong, but we're just saying if you choose to leave, that is your choice, and you are choosing to break up your family as well. That is a choice that you have. That's what the guys are saying. Am I right, guys?
Yes. Same
Exactly.
goes with the one who cheated as well.
That's
That's
what
what.
I say.
All right, so we're not we just said we wasn't disagreeing with you. We just
Yeah.
want you to also recognize that you choosing to leave as well.
No, I don't feel like I said
You
that.
can't.
Okay,
It's
well
not a feeling thing, man.
we'll just agree to disagree, because this was a great discussion for me to be on the tail end of. I can say that. Great. Oh, hey, Kathy,
Why you say it on the tail end?
because I didn't, because I see the topic, and I just knew that just the topic at the last minute. I really didn't, you know, dive into it and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't even get into all my video clips and audio clips that I wanted to share, but are we all agreeing that it's selfish to choose to leave?
No, we are not.
Only you, Jenny. Are you
Aharon.
agreeing, Jenny? Jenny,
Maybe
are
Fritz.
you agreeing that it is selfish for you to leave?
Mhm. I think she is.
Yeah, I agree.
So only person on here
Um,
that is disagreeing is Cuzzo, the host. Shame on you, host.
hey,
Yo, we gonna sign out on this one right here, man. I
all right.
appreciate everybody for joining in. I miss you guys. Thank you for tuning in and listening. And we're gonna sign out on this one. Anybody want to give a shout out to anybody? Shout out to Fritz Granny who held them down,
Hold it down,
held
Grandmama.
it down. Grandmama and all the grandmamas who held it down.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody you want to give a shout out to, Eddie?
Uh, Let me just say, two wrongs don't make a right. So if you cheated on, don't walk away. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Oh, preach, preach.
Eddie, five wives don't make it right either. But okay, Maddie, we missed you.
That, that's that hate. That's that hate, Eddie. Shots fired at you, Eddie.
Oh,
All right, man. Jenny, any shout outs you want to give? Shout out to your husband who's playing the music in the background. Shout out to him.
God.
Anybody else you want to give a shout out to, Jenny?
Nah, no.
Kat, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to my sister. Right.
Fritz, anybody else you want to give a shout out to besides Granny?
Yeah, my girlfriend is watching the live stream right now, so shout out to her and be gracious to me later.
All right, yo, we signing out, man. Holla at your boy. We out of here. Let's get it. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all for joining. We out of
God
here.
bless.